And I just want to welcome everybody to our class today, um, our ongoing Monday Qigong class. It's a great way to start the week. And let's just begin by bringing ourselves into the present moment. So I like to lengthen my spine, feel my body a little bit, find a wiggle and wobble. Take a nice slow deep breath. Go ahead and just see how your shoulders feel. I think being in our bodies is a great way of being in the present moment, noticing how your fingers and knuckles feel, your wrists, your neck, and take a deep breath as you maybe gently sway from one side to the other, enjoying the easy stretching sensations. And then bring the movement into your hips. I'm sitting on a chair, so I'm just swaying, feeling my hips. And then maybe move your ankles. Oh, let me mute everybody. Um, well, or go ahead and mute yourselves. That would be the best. Oh, I can do it here too. Thank you. All right. So sense the earth beneath you. Let's connect to our three external treasures of energy. These are the energies that we can absorb to help bring vitality into our lives. And I like to start with the earth medicine flowing up through my body. Breathe it in. And then bring your awareness to the byway point, the point of celestial convergence. Let it open, soften, and immediately the light of heaven begins to flow into us. So breathing in blessings and insights, and receive enlightenment. What does that mean? Wow. Does it mean just light in every cell of your being? Does it involve realizations? Let's soften our third eye. Inner smile. Let's breathe a smile into our minds. Take another deep breath and know that this next hour, this time we spend together, if we spend it is in self-care. We activate our own healing abilities. And then let's think about our heart. Bring your awareness to your heart area. And feel your heart soften as you smile to your heart. Imagine love filling your heart, pumping into your body, loving yourself and loving your family, your community. And here, this third treasure of energy, we started with the earth and heaven. This is the energy of all living beings. So I like to breathe in the wisdom of the hour and the playfulness of the dolphin, the grace of the deer, that agility of the hummingbirds, butterflies. So we soften and realize we have a lot in common with all living things. We are on the planet together at this moment, so we all have that in common. But the ancient Taoists would look at the animals and nature, and trees and plants and flowers, and absorb all of their wisdom and knowledge as well. So I like to imagine my whole body as a sponge, and I breathe in the wisdom of nature. I just had an image pop into my head of we have these beautiful poppies in California. And at nighttime, they close their blossom, they close the bloom up, they close off to the exterior world and sleep. So there's no distraction, there's no screens or phones. They know that when the sun goes down, it's time to rest. One more deep breath, breathing in the three treasures of energy. And the reading I chose for today, it's from one of our favorites, that's certainly one of my favorites, the Sage's Tao Te Ching, Ancient Advice for the Second Half of Life, written by William Martin. And today's passage is number 77. He calls it balance. The sage has achieved life's balance. Work gives way to rest and returns again to work without resistance. Health gives way to illness and returns again to health without worry. Life gives way to death and returns again to life without fear. Let the yin and yang of life do their dance in perfect harmony. Everything has its place and its time. The coming and going is not a problem. It is not stability that you need, it is balance. And so all of these Qigong practices we do bring our being back into a homeostasis, a balanced state. I'm going to move my chair back. We're going to sit just for a little while longer. Trusty little stool. And I think another wonderful way to connect with our body is breath itself. And there's a wonderful book by James Nestor. So I know many of you in this class have read it. It's called Breath. I learned a ton about breathing. Oh, there's going to be a helicopter going right overhead. Maybe you're hearing it. I'm sorry. Right over my house. Anyhow, it's a wonderful book. Nose breathing. Breathing in and out of your nose is the most healthy way for us to breathe. Place our hands on our belly. We're going to start with something called the essential breath, also known as belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. And we imagine a balloon in our belly. And let's breathe into the belly. So we're not taking a super deep breath. We're feeling the belly expand. Hold it. Feel the tension. And then let's let it go. Exhale through the mouth. Feel yourself, feel the belly start to withdraw. And then pull the navel in, like engage your abdominal muscles. Bring the belly back to the spine. Let's breathe into the belly again. Hold it, fill, and let it go. Have that inner smile. Next inhale, we hold again, filling the belly. And now feel the tightness. Imagine all your lower organs being compressed against the side of your body. Gentle squeeze, squeezing out toxins. And then exhale. And let's hold the breath at the bottom. Chinese call that the moment of immortality. Let's inhale 2 more times. Let's stay on the belly. Relax your body, relax your shoulders, relax your face, and then let it go. It always makes me feel really good. Last one, belly breath. Can you sense your kidneys? And then release all the way. And then take a slow, deep breath, not trying to do anything. Notice how full your breath is. Our bodies love this. We tend to breathe pretty shallow in our daily lives. So it's a nice opportunity to breathe deeply. Let's add on. Imagine a belly in the ribs. I like to place one hand on my belly, one hand on my ribs. I like to feel, from the outside. So let's start by breathing into the belly first, and then breathe into the ribs and hold it here. You can put two hands on your ribs. Feel the ribs expanding. And then as you exhale, you're going to feel the ribs knitting back together. And then we draw the navel back to the spine to purge the air in the belly. Let's do it again. Belly first, ribs next. Hold. Imagine all these organs that are protected by our ribs being squeezed. And then as we exhale, they relax, they move around, they replace and find alignment. Let's do three more. This is called two-part diaphragmatic breath. Belly first, ribs next. I love that hold. Can you sense the back of your ribs, side of the ribs, front of the ribs? And then let's relax, release, purge all the way, squeeze the navel to the spine. When you're ready, follow your breath. And last one. Sensing the tightness in the ribs. And then relax, release, let it go. Draw the navel back to the spine. And relax your hands. You can let them rest on your legs. Let's lengthen the spine and take a slow, deep breath. Notice. This time, let's keep a hand on the belly and place the other hand on the chest. So we're going to make it into a three-part diaphragmatic breath. Imagine the balloon also in your chest and back. It's three-dimensional. It goes pretty fast. You know, you're not going to have that long opportunity to hang out in the ribs because we want to bring it up and fill the chest and back. So let's begin with inhaling into the belly, ribs, bring it all the way up. Bring it up to your shoulders. Feel the chest tight, squeezing heart and lungs, front and back, and then let it go. Chest sinks, ribs draw in, pull the navel to the spine. Belly first, ribs, chest and back, hold, and release like water leaving your whole body. You feel yourself relaxing, sinking downwards. If the image of the balloon is hard for you, just use the hand to draw the air up, holding, feeling taut and tight. Sense your shoulder blades, let it go. Navel to the spine. Last two. Think of those three balloons if you can. Release when you're ready. Purge all the air by drawing the navel back. Last one. And let it go. Relax your hands down. When you're empty, smile to yourself. And then take a slow, deep breath. When we take these slow, deep breaths, it improves our lymph, moves the lymph in our body. It calms our nervous system. Notice how you feel. Are you relaxed and calm? Enjoy this moment. We're going to do 5 more. And this is just for fun. So we're going to fill the 3 balloons or cavities. And then we're going to hold the breath and we're going to imagine we can bring the breath into the head. And we're going to spiral or swirl. Just imagine, just find to move your head around. And for this one, we are going to exhale through the mouth. And you're going to imagine like a thin stream of dark smoke leaving your mouth. Any toxic thoughts or any ideas, beliefs, we're going to release. And we're also going to release any toxicity from our whole being. So let's try it. You can put your hands wherever you want. Inhale to the belly first. Ribs, chest back. And then imagine light or water flowing through your mind. You can roll your head. And then when you're ready, exhale through the mouth slowly, very slowly, controlled. Like you're easy, not forcing. When you're ready, belly, ribs, chest back. Inner smile. Maybe do the spiral the other way. Or you can shake even. When you're ready, let it out like you're blowing out a candle. Draw the navel to the spine. Inhale to the belly. Ribs, chest back. Hold, smile. Release fear, release doubt, release frustration, irritation. Let it go. Find empty. Moment of immortality. And again. Big, slow, deep breaths. Raise up, adjust your spine, tuck your chin down. And let's let it go. Let go of confusion and stress. Find emptiness. Last two. Your speed. Blow out till you're completely empty. And then take a slow, long, deep breath, a conscious breath. I love doing breath work. So many. So we did 20, over 20 slow, long, deep breaths. Really good for you. Let's realign. Let your roots go deep. Feel your connection to heaven. Imagine being drawn up to your star in the sky, connecting to that part of yourself that is immortal, contains your gifts, your uniqueness, your light. And then consciously imagine drawing the light into your body. Let's do one more essential breath. So the belly, ribs, chest back. And then let it go with a sigh. And then let yourself drift. A little smile. Enjoy this place of relaxation. Breathing in, I am well. I am happy. I am peaceful. I love that. That's a little meta meditation. It's a Buddhist meditation. Very simple. I am well. I am happy. I am peaceful. I am well. I am happy. I am peaceful. And may all beings be well. May all beings be happy. And may all beings be peaceful. I am well. I am happy. I am peaceful. I like to add, I am grateful. And for a moment, smile to yourself, saying, I am grateful. And think of all the things you're grateful for. Just let it run through your head. If your mind wanders, bring it back. What are you grateful for? I live in a beautiful place on the planet. We have fresh food and good water. I'm so grateful. For my house, my husband, my family, for all the opportunities that I have. And I'm so grateful to be alive. And I'm so grateful for my body. One more deep breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. Check your alignment. Make any adjustments. Deep breath in. And let's all breathe in peace of mind. And then wherever you are, let's do a little wiggle, wobble. We've been seated a long time. Well, let's stand up and we'll come back to seated in a little bit. So make your way to standing. And move slowly. We kind of did a nice breath meditation practice. Oh, I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit more. Okay, sorry about that. I think I'd know after all this time. Welcome to my garden. Spent a little time back here last night. Let's come into Wuji. So again, we bring ourselves into alignment. Toes forward, knees bent, tail down, hips relaxed, belly soft. Bottom half of your body sinking, connecting like a tree with roots. If you want, float your arms up to in a circle to either the belly or solar plexus, no higher. Sense that drawing up towards heaven, upper body. And then let's open the hands, open the arms out to the side. Palms are spread apart, palms face the heavens. Bring a little arch into your back, heart and lungs up towards the sky. Bring the arms back. This is called standing sage. It's a really nice stretch. We are sages. We are absorbing the wisdom of heaven. Let's bring it into our hearts, up to the head, up to the sky, and then let's open, palms to the sky, arch again, arms overhead. If your shoulders are compromised, keep your arms lower. And then let's make fists. Draw the fist to the navel, tuck your tail, tuck your chin. Let's hold here in this beautiful, nice stretch for our spinal column. Tuck your chin into your chest, sense your neck, widen your shoulders. Wiggle, feel your ribs, sense your lower lumbar spine, tuck your tail. And then let's come back up. Open, arch, reach out if that feels good. It feels good to me, so I'd like to do that. I stretch from my heart into my pectoral muscles, my shoulders, elbows, upper arms, forearms, wrists, fingers. Wiggle. And then let's bring that wisdom from heaven, all the blessings, into the navel. Gaze at your fists, at the navel, tuck your chin, tuck your chest, relax, tuck your tail. And then let's coordinate with the breath. Inhale up. We've been doing long, slow, deep breathing, so the movements are going to go very slow. Find the top and bottom of each breath. Follow your breath. That's the most important. You get the most benefit when you coordinate your movement with your breath. There's some intention. What are you opening up to? What are you ready to receive? And then guide that energy, bring it down through your head, into your heart, and into your belly. Maybe what are you ready to let go of? This can be a movement of releasing, letting go, and then receiving. Let's do two more. I like to imagine I'm pushing away obstacles that are in my path. So my path is open wide with infinite potential. And I gather insights, enlightenment, blessings, and I bring them in to the three dantians, the head, the heart, the belly. I imagine I'm letting go of what holds me back. You can gather the light of your spirit, bring it in, your spirit star. And then let's go into a gentle, easy forward bend. Just relax. I like to imagine the blood flowing into my head. Shake your head yes or no. And then let yourself rest. Feel the length of your neck. Take a deep breath. And then begin to wiggle your shoulders, finding more space, ball and socket. Feel your shoulder blades. And then relax. And then swing the arms from side to side. Just a little bit more for the shoulders. And then relax. Take one full deep breath. Bring the awareness to your feet. Bend your knees. Tuck your tail as you roll up and stack the vertebrae right on top of each other. Imagine a little pillow of air in between each one. Good. Let's come back to Wuji, also known as tree. Let's do our 3 points of focus. Lengthen the spine. One 3-part diaphragmatic breath. And smile to your mind, breathing in peace and happiness. And then let's begin to lift the arms overhead. Now, shoulder issues, you stay here. And we're just going to go into a gentle swaying. Bamboo blows in the breeze. If your shoulders allow, let your arms go overhead. Sense your ribs opening up. Intercostal muscles all stretch. Sense your feet. And you feel this stretch all the way down to the outer edge of your foot. Feel it in your hips, maybe. We are in the springtime, and in Chinese medicine, springtime is the element is the wood energy. So we look at trees and we look at, all the new flowers and plants that are popping up out of the earth. And they're supple, they're flexible, and we want to bring that energy into our being. So not only for our bodies, but how we are in life. Can we be flexible in our schedule? Can we be flexible in our emotions? The ability to go the other way. The springtime energy, if your arms are tired, you can bring the arms down to the sides, lifting the shoulders if you want or not. Notice what feels good. You might want to spread your limbs. And let this go into a spontaneous movement. Notice what happens. The springtime represents youthful energy. So breathe in youthful energy. And imagine your heart pumping that into your limbs, into your head. Being curious about life. New beginnings. If you want to move faster, that's what you're compelled to do. That's great. I'm just moving, waking up my whole body. I love springtime energy. New beginnings. It's a great time to start new projects, begin new endeavors, try something new. You have the energy of that sprout popping up through the earth, forcing its way into the sunlight. That's so much energy. And with that, let's go into a forward bend and gather. We're going to do a little up. We're bringing the energy. We're pushing through the earth, pushing through obstacles, and then opening. Let's do it again. I like the squat here. We inhale. You can interlace your fingers if you like. Exhale. Receive from heaven, from the palms, that sunlight, moonlight. And let's hold, sensing the sunlight, the vitality, the youthful energy, and also sensing the moon energy, wisdom, compassion. And then let's surround ourselves with vitality, youthful energy, wisdom, and compassion. Let's return to Wu Ji. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, relax your belly, soften. When we're tight, energy can't flow. It's like a block. So we want to soften the face, neck, shoulders, ribs, belly, hips, glutes. Let your bones hold you up. Let yourself drift. Where can you soften? Where can you smile? And then let's bring our awareness back to the alignment. Notice what's happening. Bring the awareness back to the breath. I hope your breath was as full and as deep as mine was. And then inner smile, calm mind. Let's return to standing sage. Palms up, heart to the sky. Stretch from the heart out to the fingertips. And then relax yourself a little bit and let's go into ringing the temple bell. Doing our 3 spinal warm-ups. This one is twisting. Start off easy, just looking side to side. And as your body warms up, gaze over your shoulder. Let the hands gently tap your body. Let's make a little more intention. Let's thank our tailbone. So find your tailbone in the back, tap. Find your sacrum, little energy. There's something called the sacral pump in Chinese medicine. It's an imaginary pump that pumps the fluids up your spinal column against gravity. So when we tap, we move blood, we move energy. At the front hand, find your pubis. Thank you, elimination organs. Thank you, sexual organs. So the hand comes up just a little bit. Let's find the lumbar and the back, on the front, digestive organs. Thank you. Liver on the right side, spleen on the left, kidneys in the back. Take a deep breath of gratitude for your organs. Let's come on to the sternum, breastbone. Protects our thymus. Thank you, immune system. Heart and lungs. A little massage as we twist our spine. And then over the shoulder, stretch your triceps. There's an immune boosting point that we're stimulating right over our shoulders. Again, thank your immune system. And then let the hands be heavy. Let's add in a little more up and down. We'll get into the heart. Little workout for the legs. Let's do one more each side. Or, I'm sorry, 3 more each side. Here's number 2. Notice what you see. Good. Returning to Wuji, our alignment, our tree pose. Notice what you're feeling in your body. Notice what's in your mind. And then let's give it a little shake, shaking the hands, elbows, a little bounce. My body likes to exhale through the mouth here. I just noticed that. So notice how you're breathing. You don't have to exhale through your mouth. I think that my body might be dislodging stuff, and I'm just letting it go. Now let's think about our ankles as we bounce. You can lift your heels off when we let our heel bone touch the ground. That's really good for our bones. It sends like a little shock up our skeleton, strengthening the bones. But if that's not comfortable, just keep your heels on the ground. Nice big shake. You can plant the heels and happy dog shake, so wagging your tail, getting all those inner organs shaken up. And then bring the shake up into your shoulders, your little shimmy. Let the arms be floppy. And then let's relax for a second and then give your head a little wobble. You can shake it hard if you want, or not so hard. Looking up, looking down. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to blither. So here we go. Nice big blither. Boom. Throw whatever you don't need away. Boom. You can shake it out. You can kick it out. Like to look around. I love being outside to do Qigong. My Monday class is usually outside every time, unless it's raining. Doesn't rain too much here. One more big blither, letting go. Ooh, that always feels good. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Can you sense your heart? Going inside. And then relax. Let's have our feet about hip distance apart, or a little closer if you want. We're gonna do just a little balance. I always do some balance in my class. Today we're gonna walk on clouds. So I'm going to call this the Guanyin. This is a Guanyin. She's the goddess of compassion. That's the Guanyin side. And over here, I've got a little jade plant. So I'm going to say Guanyin and jade. Let's shift the weight to the jade side. And we're going to lift the heel off the ground. And at the same time, we float the hands up. And then we sink into the Guanyin leg. The Guanyin hand floats down. And then we float. It's like we're painting a wall with the hands. We lift, and then the fingers go to the sky and down, rising, sinking, inhaling, Exhaling. And now level 2, you lift and then you place. You don't have to lift high. If that's not comfortable, if you can dab, if you feel like you're going to lose balance. Feel that weight shift. That's really the beauty of this particular practice. Now, if you're feeling good with balance, you can float the knee up towards your navel. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, sink. Let's do one more. And place. And now just for fun, to work our brains, is good for brain plasticity. We'll shift the weight to the jade plant, but we'll float that arm up and we float the opposite leg up. Let's inhale and exhale. Little cross wires for our brains. You can make this into a wrist practice as well, good for carpal tunnel. The fingertips point down and you flex your wrist, the fingertips towards your body. And then as you come down, you push out through the heel of your palm. So you pull the wrist, the fingers into the body, and then you push away. Really good if you work with your hands a lot or on the computer, cooking, using knives, utensils. Nice to stretch our wrists. Let's do 2 more each side, whatever level you're at. Balance is something that improves with practice. And then a little spontaneous movement. Maybe your hips need a little something or shoulders. Feel free to rub any places on your body that might like that. I'm just observing what my body needs. That's the beauty of this. I didn't know that my legs and hips wanted to be rubbed. So you might be rubbing your arms or shoulders, your back. You might be rubbing your head. In any case, let's come back to standing sage pose. Let yourself imagine the palms opening, receiving beams of light. Imagine the light, the yang energy coming in through the top of your head, and you just receive. And then open the eyes. Let's gather all the wisdom in the universe. Let's step together as we bathe ourselves, the mind, the neck and shoulders. Feel the body softening as you're guiding energy down to your belly, into your legs. And imagine water dripping off your fingertips. Very good. Give it a little shake. How are you feeling? Just ask yourself, how am I feeling? Happy, good. If let's sit down. We're gonna sit because I wanted to do some hand massage today. So we'll resituate ourselves. If you have something to drink, now's a good time to take a sip. I'm gonna have a little sip of my tea. And my Yosemite mug, one of them. I love Yosemite. So such a beautiful place on the planet. Very sacred. You get there and you go, wow, the energy of this place is really something. It's reverence, it's awe-inspiring. Nice to have places like that. So let's rub our hands together. Let's start off, notice the temperature of your fingers. Hands are really accessible when we do self-massage. The hands are a microsystem of the whole body. I love reflexology charts, and I often, if I know we're going to do hand massage, I bring in charts for everybody to take home. So with the recording of this class, I'll send it out, and I'll also send out what I read today from the Sage's Tao Te Ching, all about balance. And I'll send a hand chart, reflexology. But for those of you who have the healer within, there is a great hand chart in the massage section. So you have it. And but they're all over the internet. It's just kind of nice to know, like, if you feel pain, I'm like, oh, I wonder what that's associated with. Okay, well, we've got the hands nice and warmed up. Let's take our thumb and we're going to grab the back of the hand, take your thumb, and let's radiate out. This is the Lao Gong, the healing portal. And so I like to radiate out to the web spaces. So find all the web spaces. And then this wonderful spot. If you ever have migraines or sinuses, right here, right where above where the two bones meet, that really fleshy place. Also good for nausea. And then let's take our fists and rub on the outer edge of the hand. And then let's go over towards the thumb, that fleshy area. And then let's rub the top of our hand. Just bring the energy moving down towards the wrist. And then let's go to the little finger. And now with massage on the hands, if you have arthritis or you want to rub very gently, and if you're teachers, you don't want to tell your students to really dig in there. You want to give them that option of, if there's arthritis, you just gently pull, just nice and easy, where you can rub easily. If you don't have arthritis and it feels really good, go ahead and massage. Let's go to the ring finger. I just move up and then the middle finger. So you don't have to know all the acupressure points, but you just know that you're working with them and you're stimulating them without even knowing. And then let's go to the thumb. Let's return to the little finger and apply pressure on the top. Now you might have some sensitivity. That's the tip of the heart meridian. And then let's go to the ring finger. Again, a little push, stimulate. We're stimulating points. I don't know what a lot of acupressure points are, but these I do know they're the Ting, T-I-N-G, Ting points. Fun to say it. Ting points. Top of the index finger, just applying pressure. And then onto the top of the thumb. Let's return to the little finger. We're going to squeeze. So there's, just push on the nail bed. And then we're going to stimulate the Ting points on either side of the nail bed. And we take the index finger and we pull. We do a little pinch, a little snap. You can also make claw knuckles with the second and third finger and pull. It's good too. And let's go to the next finger. Push on the nail bed first and then up. Middle finger. And the Ting points. Nail bed and yeah. Thank you. Thank you, hand. Let's go to the other hand. I like to just to do an overall rub first, kind of get the blood and energy flowing. Take a nice deep breath. And then let's begin to get the thumb into the Lao Gong and radiate out to the web spaces. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but they're singing to me. Makes me happy. Love bird songs. And then let's focus on the back of the hand. With moving blood and energy. We work with our hands so much as humans. And then let's make fists. Get some friction going into the palm and then into the outer edges. The thumb, big fatty area. And then let's go to the little finger and we're going to do that gentle. I like to start like at the below the lowest knuckle and kind of just work the energy up. And then the next finger. Thank each finger. Let's get into that web space between the thumb and the forefinger. And then let's return to the little finger. We're going to push on the top of each finger. And if you notice any pain, you can come back to that area and jiggle it a little bit. And then let's push on the nail beds. We're going to push. And then let's go to the next one. Push, push, squeeze, squeeze. And then we'll do the Ching points. I like to do 3 on each finger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the wrist. You can stretch if that feels good. Pulling the fingers forward. Little wrist stretch. Change hands. Rub. Let's tap the tops of our fingertips. So this is another way to access the Ting points at the top. This is called Waking Up the Dragons. I love the name. I love the Chinese poetry and the imagery. Waking up the dragons. Dragons represent immortality, kindness, benevolence. They have mystical powers. They fly. They can swim. They can go up to the heavens and soar in the Milky Way. And then let's let the dragons run through the forest. So we take our hands and we brush, running through the forest, maybe burning up anything that doesn't belong there. Let's take our fingertips and we're going to tap on the outer edge of the nose. So our sinuses, you can start actually at the very top of the nose, come down the edges, find your cheekbones and get underneath your cheekbones. Come down around underneath the lower lip and then up, back, and up under the cheekbones, up to the bridge of the nose. Let's go into the inner edge of the nose and give a little squeeze and release. And then press down the sides of your nose. Follow those sinuses out towards the ears. Come up to the top of the eye socket and pull up. This nice easy pull as you move to the outer corners of the eyes. And then lower eye socket. Back to the inner corner. Let's do another circle. Sensing the eye socket. And then tap your face wherever it feels good. Nice deep breath. Thank your sinuses. Come to your temples. Do a little rub and exhale with a big sigh. And come to the TMJ, the hinge of the jaw. Wiggle. And again, apply some pressure. Tap beneath the lower lip. Stimulate your gums and teeth. And then above at the upper lip. Thank you. And then let your hands rest on your knees. Close your eyes. Inner smile. Relax your face and shoulders. Relax your ribs. and belly. You want to go soft and fluid. Sense your sit bones. And for a moment, imagine you're sitting under a tree, gazing at a peaceful lake. Notice the colors, colors of the ground, the colors of the wildflowers. What kind of trees are surrounding the lake? Or are there no trees? There's no wind, so we breathe in that stillness. It's like a mirror reflecting the sky. Imagine you can hear that faint hum of insects. Perhaps there's the sound of water, a gentle stream or a waterfall. And you breathe in the stillness. There may be birds or butterflies flying about. And you feel yourself sitting on the ground. Maybe the grass is brushing your legs. And you feel at peace. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. You start to feel the rhythm of nature. Smile to your mind. And you breathe in and you tell yourself, I am well. I am happy. I am peaceful. I am grateful. And let's thank our three dantians. The lower dantian in your belly represents your body. And let's thank our body. May it be filled with vitality, health, be strong, flexible. And let's thank our middle dantian, our heart mind. And we sense any anger melting into forgiveness, any fear melting into trust, confusion into clarity, stress into peace, impatience into patience, any stagnation into creativity and joy. Grief transforms to acceptance, courage, dignity, contentment. And our spirit, thank you, beautiful spirit. Our spirits love us unconditionally, and we receive that love. We receive our gifts. And we breathe in our own spirit. And then gratitude for all. And then as we move out of this meditation, begin to gently sway, come back to your body, wiggle toes and fingers, opening the eyes gently. We're going to conclude by lifting our hands up. Imagine we're reaching into the past with one hand, gathering and reaching into the unknown, the future with the other. And everything flows out just like water. Fears about the future, regrets about the past, let it go. Coming into the present moment, honoring yourself with a little bath, honoring our participants. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much. And we've been cultivating this peace and calm within ourselves. Let's share it with the world by opening up and spreading it. And let it flow into you. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.